Yeah, let me just lock this door. Ah, I'm starting over here, okay? Whatever you want to. All right, yeah, you guys are good. All right, folks, welcome to another MVP Undercards live stream action match. Tonight we'll be featuring Euryel Castillo going up against Eric Kwon. All right, both players have very similar Fargos. Uriel is a 562, and Eric Kwon is a 564. All right, these guys are playing 10 ball, race to 10, and 10 ball being the last ball. So no early 10s. All right, Eric Kwon is going to be. This is going to be his second match here at the MVP Undercards. He played Andy He previously, and he ended up losing that match. Meanwhile, Uriel is making his debut here tonight. So we should have a really tight matchup here, and hopefully it goes the way I expect it to go, which is neck and neck. And these players will be playing on a diamond table with a 4 1/4 pockets. So let's get this show on the road. We got Eric Kwon here with a kick shot at the 1. Good shot there from Eric, but he doesn't call the 1 ball. That's going to give Uriel the option here. If you guys haven't already, be sure to place your votes on the poll in the live chat. So far, we have 64% of the votes going towards Euryel Castillo and 36% going to Eric Kwon. I was expecting a little tighter race there on the poll, as these players are very much even. We got a nice little safe shot there from Euryel. But Eric Kwon is a very skilled 3 cushion player. So hopefully he can showcase some of that skill today. Nice hit there from Eric. So that's going to leave a shot here for Uriel. Nice shot there from Uriel. Could have hit it a little bit harder. Let's see what he's going to do from here. All right, he's going to go for it. Ends up short. That's going to give Eric Kwon a chance at the table here. Let's see who's going to take first blood here on rack number 1. All right, nice shot there from Eric. Got a little awkward here on the 4 ball. Let's see if he tries the carom for the 10. He actually went for the 4 ball, ends up missing there. He's going to get a little bit of a roll, though, as the cue ball ends up behind the 10 ball. It's going to force Uriel to take a kick shot here. A little too much juice on that kick from Uriel. It's going to give Eric a semi-straight shot here on this 4 ball. He's going to end up missing that one. Let's see who's going to grab this momentum early. These first few games are very crucial because you want to set the tone for the match. You know. All right, Euryel ends up short on that shot at the 4 ball. That's going to give Eric Kwon another opportunity here at this table. This one, definitely the easiest layout so far. But Eric is going to bobble the 4 ball. Let's see if Euryel can capitalize here with 6 balls left on the table. A little too much follow there. Force it to force follow. He's going to get behind the 10 ball here and force a kick shot on this 5 ball. All right, but Euryel is going to hit it really good. Well, he's going to open up a safety here for Eric to get behind the 6 ball. Let's see if this is what he does. All right, decent attempt there from Eric. That's going to give Euryel a tough shot here on this 5 ball. From here, he can use the 7 ball as a blocker. Just bank the 5 ball up table. Nice shot there from Euryel. But I think Eric can still see a piece of this 5 ball, so he might try to get the cue ball on the same spot right now. Went a little short there on the cue ball. That's going to give Euryel a tough long shot here on this 5 ball with the cue ball against the rail. Definitely a tough shot here. All right, Euryel is going to call the 5 ball. Ends up short there. That's going to leave Eric a tough shot at this 5 ball. It's a lot of traffic here for to go 3 rails, but I think that's the right shot. I think he should be able to get between that 7 and 8. Oof, just clips the 10. Just clips the 7 ball there. That's gonna make the layout pretty difficult. Hey Carlos, for tonight, there's no one playing tonight, but Friday, you guys can expect another action match here at Carom. We're gonna be featuring Jose Torres against James Cornejo. Eric Kwon tries the combination there, ends up missing. Does get a pretty good roll though on the 7 ball. Euryel is going to call it straight up. Let's see how he hits it. All right. Overcut that ball a little bit. but it does land in a good spot. Let's see what Eric plans to do here. All right, here in this first rack, both players are struggling to find their rhythm. It's only a matter of time until they catch a stroke. All right, Eric almost scratches there. All right, tough shot missed there from Euryel. He's going to give Eric Kwon here another chance at the table and possibly take the first blood here. Let's see if he can execute. All right, nice shot there from Eric Kwon. Let's see if he can finish off the rack here. All right, Eric Kwon is going to take first blood here. He's going to take the first game here in a race to 10. All right, folks, rack number 2 is on the way. It starts off with a dry break from Eric Kwon. All right, good attempt there from Euryel to try and break up that 3-6 cluster. Let's see how he's going to play safe from here. All right, he's taking the simple route, but very effective. Good shot there from Euryel. Eric is going to call it in the corner. Might be going rail first. All right. He does, and he ends up short. I believe Euryel can see this 3-ball. Looks like he is going for it. Wow. It's going to undercut that. It's going to give another chance here for Eric Kwon to take advantage. Pretty easy layout here for Eric Kwon. Just needs to connect the dots here. Let's see if he can execute. Good shot there from Eric. Now he needs to go one or two rails here to get to the 7. Oh, looks like he ended up a little bit short there on that 7 ball. Now he might need to move the cue ball a bit. Can also try to use the 9 ball as a stopper here. Maybe use a little bit of inside English. Just make sure you hit the 9 ball. Just like so. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. This shot, you can go one rail here just to get back to the middle of the table, or you can go 3 rails here to get the same result. Looks like Eric Kwon went for the latter option, and that's gonna leave him a little bit funky here on this 9 ball. Might be a scratch also on that side pocket, depending on how much he draws the ball. Let's see how he's going to end up here. All right, nice shot there from Eric Kwon. And he's looking pretty good here to take a 2-game lead on Euryel Castillo. Let's see if he can finish it out. And he does. Good finish there from Eric Kwon. That's going to make the score 2-0 in favor of Eric Kwon. All right, a little poll update for you guys. We got Euryel Castillo taking 67% of the votes and Eric Kwon taking 33% of the votes. If you guys are, let me know in the chat, guys, who are you guys are rooting for. If you got any side action, let me know in the comments. Talk to me. All right, rack number 3 is on the way. And Eric is going to make a ball on the break here. And he has a difficult shot on this 1 ball. Hey, Capo, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and share the video with your friends. All right, back into action. That was a nice shot there from Eric Kwon. And another nice shot here at this 2 ball. Oh, he got pretty good on this 3 ball. I think he's okay to stop the ball from here. A little too much juice there from Eric Kwon. Looks like he's going to be going for the side pocket and going 3 rails here. Gotta be wary of that 6 ball, though. Doesn't want to get snookered behind that one. Wow, he's going to miss that 4 ball. And look at this. The cue ball does end up going behind the 6 ball, as I predicted. That's going to force Euryel here to use his short stick and go airborne. Let's see how he shoots it. All right. Euryel is going to call the 10 ball from here. looking good here for Euryel. This is a makeable shot here for Eric. It is definitely difficult though. Let's see if he can execute this shot. If he makes this, he should be out. Alright. Eric Kwon tried to play it a little bit smart there, but that's going to cost him as he overhits that 4 ball. Cue ball ends up leaking. That's going to give Euryel here a good opportunity to run the rack out. Needs to go 2 rails here, right before the side pocket, just like so. Alright, he wanted a little more juice there, just to get a better angle, a natural angle for the 6. That might just force him to use a little bit of inside English here to try and get back to the middle of the table and position for the 6 in the corner. Alright, that is what Euryel ends up doing. Overshot it a little bit, but it should be okay. Just needs to make the ball here. Nice shot there from Euryel. Ends up pretty good at the 7 ball here. Just needs to make the ball here, and he should be okay for the 8 ball.
Can I buy you a drink?
All right, Euryel got a little bit distracted there, forced him to realign his shot, ends up missing. It's going to give Eric Kwon an opportunity to go up 3 games here. Let's see if he can capitalize. Nice shot there from Eric Kwon. Just needs to finish the 10 ball here. And he's going to be up 3-0. Nice shot there from Eric. That's going to put him up 3 games ahead here in a race to 10 ball match. If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this one. Shout out to the 40 million people watching right now. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We are going to have a split bracket tournament here in Karam this weekend. Saturday is going to feature our lower bracket players, which are 565 and under. And Sunday is going to feature our higher bracket players, which is 566 and over. So if you guys are free and have the itch to play some good pool, be sure to come down to Karam Billiards here in Flushing, New York, and play the tournament. All right, Euryel is going to end up short on that safety. That's going to give Eric Kwon a chance here at the table. Yeah, I think he was trying to play safe there behind the 4 ball. Ends up fluking the 3 ball in. That's going to give Euryel the option here. Hey, Jubert. What's going on, brother? All right, nice shot there from Uriel. I think he might be a little straight on this two ball, but a little draw with inside English. Should be able to get to the four ball from here. Just like so. All right, from here, I think he can just roll this cue ball for the side pocket on the five ball here. Just like so. But he is going to undercut the ball. Or overcut the ball, sorry. But he's going to get a good roll here, leaving the four ball behind the eight ball. Well, Carlos, the tournament is gonna doors are gonna open at 10:30 for a free practice, and the auction is gonna start around 11:30 or 12 p.m. And that's gonna be the same timing for Sunday as well. All right, nice effective safety shot there from Uriel. Does open up a bank shot though for Eric. Let's see if he goes for it. Knowing Eric, he's gonna try and play safe here. All right, decent shot there from Eric Kwon. That's gonna give another opportunity for Uriel to play safe here. Let's see what he does from here. Oh, he's actually gonna go for it. He does have a pretty natural position to get to the five ball. Uh, ends up he ends up overcutting the four ball. That's gonna give Eric a kick shot here. Good shot there from Eric. He's able to spin the ball in using a lot of English. And he has a pretty decent shot at this five ball. Good shot there from Eric. It's gonna leave him perfect for the six ball. Alright, this should be a simple two-rail position here. Now we're gonna see one rail here. Try to get back to the middle of the table for the nine. Overhits it a tad bit, but as long as he can make this shot, he should be out. Alright, nice shot from Eric. Not the easiest shot though for this 10 ball. Let's see if he can pull it off. Nice shot there from Eric Kwon. That's going to put him up 4 games early. So far in this matchup, both players are getting their chances at the table. Eric Kwon is just getting the last chance towards the end of the rack. So the momentum is not fully on Eric Kwon's favor just yet. So Euryel can easily come back here. Just takes a couple of good shots to turn it on here. Right, rack number 5 starts with a good break from Eric. He has a free shot at this one ball. And then a 2-3 combination here right after. Well, it might get funky here. He's going to get almost behind the 10 ball here. I think he can still see a piece of it though. He's going to call it in the corner. Good try there from Eric, but it's going to leave a open shot here for Euryel. It is a long shot though, so definitely missable still. But Euryel is not going to miss that one. He might end up funky though. Ends up behind the 4 ball. It's going to force him to play a kick shot here. Might need to use a little bit of left side English to avoid hitting the 9 ball. What a shot there from Euryel. Ends up pretty good at the 4 ball. Nice shot. All right, nice shot there from Euryel. I believe the 5 ball does pass the 10, so that's why he's going to call. And just needs a little bit of follow here to get a good enough angle to get to the 8 ball from the 7. Wow. He's going to undercut that by a lot there. It's going to end up hanging the 5 ball. This was the chances I was talking about. This is towards the later end of the rack. Euryel has been giving up chances for Eric. And Eric's been taking advantage of every rack so far, but he does end up overhitting that 5 ball by a lot. And that's going to leave no pocket here for the 7 ball. Let's see what kind of solution he's going to come up with here. It looks like Eric is going to play safe here. Maybe try to get behind the 10 ball. Not enough English to go 2 rails behind the 10 there. That's going to leave Euryel a tough shot at this 7 ball. And with a pretty natural position to get to the 8 ball. I don't know. I might like the top left corner here. A little more natural. But Euryel is going to cinch that 7 ball with no problem. He's going to end up a little bit short here for this 8 ball. He's going to make it a tough shot here for Euryel. See what he's going to do from here. Pretty simple safe if he does try and go for it. Just bank the 8 ball by the long rail and leave the cue ball in the opposite long rail. You can also just thin the 8 ball here and make the cue ball go around down the table just like that. You might get behind the 10 as well. Nice shot there from Euryel. Perfect control. That might bring him some momentum here in this game, depending on how how good a roll Eric gets here. Let's see. All right. That looked a little short, and it does end up short. That's going to give Euryel a ball in hand here with 3 balls left on the table. Let's see if he can capitalize and win his first rack here on this race to 10 match. All right, nice shot there from Euryel. Now just a simple 2-rail shot here to get to the 10 ball, and he should be out. All right, just like so. And then a similar shot here for the 10. All right, Euryel Castillo is going to take his first game here. That's going to make the score 4-1 in favor of Eric Kwon. Let's see if the action picks up here after getting that first win. You know, some players, all you really need is one win in this set for you to get going. Let's see if that's going to be the case here for Euryel Castillo. All right, folks, we're on to rack number 6 here with the Euryel on the break. This is Euryel's first break here in this set. Let's see how he does. Wow, it's a really good break there, actually. 5 ball ends up straight into the side pocket, but he is not going to get a shot here on this 1 ball, though. Should be a pretty easy enough save, though. I try to get behind the 3 ball here. Just like so. Perfectly executed there from Eric Kwon. From Euryel Castillo, I mean. There's a couple of 1-rail option here for Eric. He can go the left side of the 3 ball, but the ball is not really that big. I think he's going to choose to do 3 rails here. And he's going to end up a little long. That's going to give Euryel ball in hand here on the 1 ball. Let's see if he's going to try to do a 3 rail here. 3 foul. Which it seems like that's how he's going after here. All right, nice shot there from Euryel. It's going to be another 3-rail kick here, I believe, for Eric Kwon. From this angle, he's going to go 2 rails. All right, needs to hit that first diamond. Oh, not enough English there. That's going to put him on 2. And Euryel's going to have a perfect opportunity here to get him on 3, as there are many clusters here on this table. It looks like he's just going to snap the ball here and leave the cue ball up table. He needs to make sure he doesn't leave Eric an easy kick shot here. As previously stated, Eric Kwon does play pretty good 3 cushion, so This is a very delicate shot here. Needs to put a perfect amount of English, and Eric Kwon does. Good shot there. And he leaves it pretty good here for Euryel. Looks like he's gonna have to play another save here. Oh, he's gonna call it, but I think it's gonna be a two-way shot. Just like that. Good shot there from Euryel. Doesn't have too many options here on this kick shot. Might have to go airborne. You can try to go 4 rails. Try to get behind that one ball. But he's calling it though, so he might try to go short. No, yep. No real. A good kick there from Eric, but a very nice return save there for Euryel Castillo. What a shot. Another nice kick shot there from Eric Kwon. That's going to leave a shot here for Euryel. Good shot there from Euryel. That's going to give him a perfect opportunity to play another stop shot safe here or go a little forward behind the three. Yeah. Ends up overhitting it a little bit. It's going to make the cue ball leak and give Eric Kwon a shot here at this 2-ball. All right. Eric Kwon is going to end up missing that 2-ball. That's going to give Euryel another opportunity here at the table. Definitely not an easy out. I think the hardest shot here is just getting to the 3-ball, honestly. Euryel is going to choose to go forward. I think he wanted a little more angle to be a little more straight on that 3-ball. But still a makeable shot here. All right, Euryel is going to undercut that ball by like half a diamond, but he's going to get a roll behind the 10-ball. We're going to see Eric with another kick shot here. Nice hit from Eric. And a good layout as well. Nice shot. Let's see what Euryel is going to do from here. All right, another simple save here from Euryel. Good shot. For this shot, I think I go for the bank. Just because it's going to be safe anyway, even if it misses. All right, Euryel is going to try to cut this 3-ball in here on the bottom right corner. I think that was more of a save, though. That's going to give Eric Kwon a 3-8 combination here. He's got to hit it pretty good. Combinations are tough on this table, just because it's a little bit tighter than normal. But it's going to be no problem for Eric Kwon. It might be the shot of the game. Depending on how you get to the 7-ball, I mean the 6-ball, 7 can be easy or tough. But Eric is going to get a good bump on that 6-ball, making this run out just a little bit easier. That shot's not going to make it easier, though, as he overhits that draw shot. Now he might have to move the ball 2 or 3 rails here to get back to the 7. Yeah. And since he had to hit it a little bit harder, compromise the aim a little bit, that's going to give Euryel another chance here at this rack. Wow, that was a uncharacteristic miss there from Euryel. Luckily, he gets a good roll, leaving the 6-ball against the rail. Let's see what Eric Kwon is going to do from here. And the easy save is just... Easy save here is to just cut the 6-ball to the right side and leave the cue ball up table. But it looks like Eric Kwon is hesitating here a little bit on this shot. Let's see what he ends up deciding. Alright, he hits it a little bit too hard. That's going to give Euryel a straight-in shot at this 6-ball. From here, you just have to follow to get to the other side of the 7-ball here. Oh, he actually just chose to roll it and get on the same side. It's a good shot from Euryel. That's going to make it a little bit difficult here to get to the 9-ball a little bit. But Euryel is going to make a nice shot on that 8-ball, on that 7-ball. It's going to give him an easy shot on this 9-ball here. I should try to position for the 10 on the side pocket here. He can drag out the cue ball into the left rail here and use some right English, but it looks like he's going to follow here, which is just as effective. Oh, put a little inside English there. I guess he positioned for the corner for the 10. I like positioning for the side there just because I can overhit it without worrying too much about position. But it's a good shot too from Euryel. And he's going to finish off the rack as well. That's going to make the score 4-2 in favor of Euryel Castillo, Eric Kwon. All right, looks like the game is getting a little bit closer now, as Eric only has a 2-game lead here. Let's see if Uriel is gonna continue this momentum. All right, the votes are a little bit closer now, with Uriel taking 55% of the votes and Eric Kwon taking 45%. All right, rack number 7 starts off with a dry break here from Euryel Castillo. And Eric is going to have a shot at this one ball here. All right, Eric has a carom here on the 2-8. Or he can just play safe and try to get behind the 7 ball from here. Needs to get in between the 9 and 7 here. Or use more English and get behind the 7 from there. Not a bad shot there from Eric Kwon. All right, Uriel is going to try to play this 2-6 combination here. All right, never mind. I think the safe here is just try to thin that 2 ball and move the cue ball behind the 7 ball once more, but that's not what Uriel ends up doing. That's going to give Eric Kwon a tough shot here on this 2 ball, but definitely a makeable shot here. And it might be the hardest shot of the rack. All right. Eric Kwon is going to end up missing that 2 ball. That's going to give Uriel another chance here at this 2 ball. All right, he's going to play the bank shot on this 2. Probably another 2-way shot here. He's going to try to get in between that 3 floor. Okay. Good shot there from Uriel. Ends up leaving it decent here for Eric. Another easy save here for Eric Kwon. Just needs to thin the 2 ball. Try to bring the cue ball behind that 3-6. Oh, looks like he's going to go a little simpler route here. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. I think Uriel can still see this 2 ball a little bit. Might be able to get behind the 7. Or the 9 ball. Good shot there from Uriel. Eric can see a piece of this 2 ball here. Looks like he's going to go for the side pocket here. He wants to try and get between the 4-6 for the position for the 3. Eric ends up hitting it a little bit too hard. Ends up missing the 2 ball. So far in this set, Eric Kwon is getting most of the favorite roles here. But anything can change as the set goes on. Euryel is going to play this 2-5 combination here. And it's going to bobble out. Good try there from Euryel. And that's going to leave an open shot here for Eric Kwon. Let's see if he can connect the dots. Looks like he's going to go forward one rail here. How is he going to end up? And I don't think he got there. Looks like he's going to have to play another save here unless he can spin the cue ball and make that 3. But it looks like he's positioning himself for a kick shot here. Oh, he changed his mind. Now he's going to go for the 3 ball, going rail first. Nice shot there from Eric. He's gonna get a bad bounce here. That's gonna force him to play a bank shot on this 4 ball. Nice shot there from Eric Kwon. Ends up getting right under that 8 ball. Now he's forced to shoot over the ball. And he's going to want to try to get to that side pocket for the 6 ball. So he might need to move this cue ball just a little bit unless he wants to position for the 6-8 combo. Looks like that's what he settled for there. All right, Eric is going to call the 8 ball from here. He can do a carom here as well if he doesn't feel too comfortable with the combination. Wow, that's what Eric ends up doing, but he ends up hitting the 8 ball a little too full. Hit that 6 ball a little too thick, or a little too thin, I mean. And that's gonna give Euryel another chance here to take another game. Very good shot there from Euryel. Now he needs to drop back a little bit here or follow to get to the 8 ball, create that angle for the 9. Not a bad shot there. A little too straight though for the 8. Now he might need to go 3 rails here or a draw shot. He ended up hitting that 8 ball a little too full. That caused the cue ball to be a little complacent there. Ended up staying right by the pocket. That's going to leave Euryel a tough shot on this 9 ball. And that's going to cost him. Oh, looks like he is going to get another roll here, though. I'm not sure if Eric can see this 9 ball. Might be able to masse it in. Another delicate shot here. Oh, it looks like he's going down normal. So he might be able to just cut it straight in. And he does. Nice shot there from Eric. And that was an opportunity wasted there from Euryel. That's going to widen the gap a little bit more into 3 games, making the score 5-2 in favor of Eric Kwon. That was a big game there for Euryel. One shot changed the outcome of that game. All right, folks, we're on to rack number 8 here on this 10-ball race to 10 live stream action match. All right, another dry break here for Eric Kwon. And he's going to leave the table pretty open here for Euryel. All right, good first shot there from Euryel. Now it just needs to go one rail forward here to get to 3. And I like going 2 rails here to get to the 4 ball. Or he can just go 1 rail. And that's what he does end up doing. Now we got another 2 rail shot here. Good shot there from Euryel. He overhits it just a tad bit, but it should be okay here to get to the 6. He just needs to put enough on it on the cue ball so that it just passes the 8 ball to get to the 6. Oh, wow. Looks like Euryel is struggling a little bit to make some shots here. A lot of the shots he's missed so far, I've expected him to make all of them. So could be just that he's not warmed up yet, but he needs to get in gear soon before the game gets away from him. All right, Eric Kwon with a shot here. Not quite sure what he's deciding to do here. Might use the 10 ball as a stopper. Nice shot there from Eric Kwon. Euryel can't see this 5 ball though, so I might just go for it at this point, which Euryel is gonna do. Puts a lot of right side English there, left side I mean. Nice little 2-way shot there from Euryel. Okay, Eric has a makeable shot here in this 5 ball. However, that 10 ball might end up causing problems for Eric here. But I think just based on this layout here, from first glance, I think he is going to hit the 10, but in his favor. Like, he should have a good shot here after hitting the 10 ball. Yeah, but Eric is going to try to play safe. Ends up short. All right, this is just, you just got to roll this in, and it should be perfect for the 6. Good shot there from Euryel. Now another. Just need to get over that 8 ball here for the 7. And just like so. Then we're going to see one rail draw shot here for the 8 ball in the side pocket. I like to overhit this ball here. Yeah, I say overhit that ball just so you get the natural angle to get to the 9 ball in the side pocket. But Uriel should be good here. He's gonna end up positioning for the corner. Looks like he got on the wrong side of this 9 ball here. Might have to punch it out. Oh, yep. That natural follow. I saw that one coming. It's going to cause him some trouble here on this 10 ball. All right, pretty simple safety here. Just thin the 10 ball and try to bring the cue ball back up table. The 10 ball should be able to, should just stick by the rail here. If he hits it good. All right, looks like Uriel is ends up doing the APA safe here. And Eric Kwon is going to take the shot I mentioned. Just like so. That's going to give Uriel a tough chance here. With that shot, Eric has taken control of the rack. Let's see if Uriel is going to make a hero shot here. And it's going to end up short. Let's see how it lands. And just barely enough to make it there for Eric. Oh, wow. Well, that's a tough miss there from Eric Kwon. Might have taken that one for granted a little bit. And that's going to be a gimme here for Uriel. All right, folks, that's going to make the game 5-3 in favor of Eric Kwon. Eric Kwon had another chance there to take another four-game lead. But Eric ends up throwing it away there. Instead, the gap is now 2 games only. All right, rack number 9 here on the way, folks. Uriel with a nice break. He has a pretty decent shot at this 1 ball here. I would say it's pretty difficult to get to this 2 ball from here, though, unless he can just roll it in. All right, that's what Uriel is going to end up doing. Not a bad shot there. 2 ball is still makeable, and he does have a perfect angle to get to the 4 ball from here. He just needs to make sure he doesn't scratch on the other side pocket here. Good shot there. Mm, I don't think he got enough angle for the 5 ball here. Nice shot there from Euryel. Let's see if the 5 ball passes this 10. All right, I think Uriel intended the cue ball to go a little bit forward there. That's going to leave Eric a tough shot on this 5 ball. Still makeable though. I'm just going to try to drag the cue ball back and forth here with a draw shot. He's going to end up overcutting that ball and still getting a roll here. I like going 2 rails here. Good attempt there from Uriel. Almost gets behind the 7 ball. That's going to give Eric Kwon a pretty simple layout here. 5 balls left on the table. All right, now he needs to go 2 rails here for the 7 ball on the side pocket or the bottom right corner, depending on his preference. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. Ends up getting on the wrong side of the 7 ball, though. He can use a little bit of inside English. But he's just going to roll it up here. Good shot. And now he might need to bump this 9 ball here. Does have a pretty good angle to hit it on the right side of the 9 ball, and possibly leaving him a shot on the bottom left corner here. Ended up hitting that 9 ball a little bit too thick. It's going to leave him a tough shot at this 9 ball here. He's most likely going to just play safe behind the 10 here, going 2 rails. I hit that a little bit short. Wow. All right, Uriel is going to call this top right corner here for this 9 ball. He's going to end up overcutting it. Let's see how he lands. Not bad, but not great either. Definitely a makeable shot here for Eric Kwon. He just needs to make sure the cue ball doesn't get away from him for this 10 ball. And it's going to get away from him. Right now he's forced to take a long shot at this 10 ball. And in this table with the 4 1/4 pockets. And it could cause him some trouble. Good shot there from Eric Kwon to finish it off. Good shot. That's going to make the score 6-3 in favor of Eric Kwon. All right, the players are going to take a short break here. We'll be right back in a few minutes. Stay tuned, guys. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and share it with your friends if they're interested in watching this matchup here. All right, quick update on the polls. The poll is now 50-50. All right, folks, welcome back to the action. Players are ready. And rack number 10 here is going to start off with a nice break from Eric. Fortunately, the one ball does go in. That's going to leave the two ball. No shot here for Eric Kwon. Um, all right, pretty simple save there from Eric. He is going to leave a window, though, for Euryel here. All right, Euryel is going to play the six ball. Most likely a carom shot here. Didn't put enough time there on that shot just to get his lines right. That's going to make him miss the six ball and leave Eric Kwon here an easy shot at the two. Eric Kwon with a draw shot here to get to the four ball. Might have gotten a little bit straight there, though. Needed to be a little more towards the middle of the table there so he can go two rails for the five ball. Now he's gonna have to power draw here. Let's see if he can get in between that 5-7. And he's gonna end up hitting the five ball, but it does still leave him an open shot at this five. All right, if it was me here, I'd follow here with a lot of right English. You can also just draw it into the long rail there and try to get it back that way. That's what Eric decides to do, but he is gonna get a little funky here on this six ball. If he shot it the other way, that would never happen. Let's see how the safe is. Looks like the window is open once more here for Euryel with 5 balls left on the table. This is the shot here for this rack. Good shot there from Euryel. It does overhit it by a little bit though. But he is still going to go for the side pocket here. Needs to be able to control the cue ball to get that 8 ball in the side pocket, the opposite side pocket. All right, needs to put a little bit of left English here just to make sure, just to eliminate the scratch from the side pocket. But he's going to overhit it once more. And that's going to leave him a tough shot at this 8 ball. And that 9 ball, that 10 ball is blocking the 9 ball from the bottom right corner here. So he might have to position for the right side pocket here. What a shot there from Euryel. Great shot there. Ends up almost perfect for the 9 ball. Now he's just going to take this shot at the side pocket here and just try to stop the ball and leave it there. Oh. What was that one? Another uncharacteristic shot there from Euryel. Kind of ended up understroking it, trying to control the cue ball. And Eric is going to give it right back here. Oh, but he is going to get a roll. No, Euryel is going to be forced to play under the safe here. 2 safety options for him here. He can bank the 9 ball into the long rail and leave the cue ball on the opposite, or he can cut it. It looks like both players are struggling to control the speed here on this table. Euryel is going to leave that 9 ball right by the pocket for Eric. And Eric has another opportunity here to widen his lead. Another overhit from the players. He's going to leave a tough shot here for the 10 ball. Well, it looks like Eric Kwon is going to go for a bank shot here, actually. All right, Eric plays a nice 2-way shot there. That's going to leave Euryel a tough shot at this 10 ball here. Cue ball against the rail. All right. Euryel is going to undercut that 10 ball. But he is going to leave a tough shot here for Eric. I don't think there's a scratch if he follows, so just needs to focus on making this ball here. And Eric is going to finish it off. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. That's going to put him up 7-3. All right, folks. We're We're around an hour and 20 minutes into this match, and I feel like both players have yet to catch a groove. Eric Kwon is just getting the last chances at the table every game, so that's why he's in the lead. But all these games could have gone other way. All right, rack number 11 here, folks, on the way. And it's going to start off with a dry break from Eric Kwon here. Uriel has a shot at this one ball here on the bottom right corner. I'm not sure what's going on with Uriel today, guys, but he's not shooting straight like he usually does. It could be the table, as it is his first time playing on this table. But if you're preparing for a debut match, you guys should try to scout the table a little bit. Try to get here an hour, maybe 2 hours before your match. That way you don't get any unexpected unexpected reactions from the table. All right, Eric Kwan here with a shot at the three ball. Not a bad try there. Might have been better trying to hit it a little bit harder than that. It's gonna leave him almost frozen at the four. Yeah, Capo. I mean, Eric is also giving him plenty of chances every rack, so it's just Eric just gets the last shot every time. So, like I said, the set could have been 7-3 the other way around if it was just one more miss away. Looks like Uriel might be starting the free stroke here, um, which is I believe is not a bad idea for him. Sometimes I like to let my stroke out as well if I don't feel as comfortable on the table, just to get my stroke loose and gain a little confidence. Wow. Another missed shot there from Muriel. It's going to give Eric another chance here at this table. He can go one rail here and try to get straight for the five, just like so. Now we're going to see a follow shot here from Eric Kwan to get to the six. Needs to leave himself a little bit of angle to get to the seven. All right, just like so. Just a simple one rail shot here to bring the cue ball back to the middle of the table. Looks like he overhit it. Does he? No, he does. He gets perfect. All right, another two rail shot here to get to the eight. All right, good shot there from Eric Kwan. And Another good shot from Eric. Let's see how he ends up getting on this 10 ball here. It's supposed to just be a one rail shot. Try to get as straight as possible on the 10. He ends up going 2-3 rails there. Um, I'm not sure if I like that decision. I don't think that angle was so steep that he needed to go 2 rails, 2-3 rails there. It's gonna leave him a tough shot at this 10 ball. What a shot there from Eric. Let's see how the cue ball ends up. And it's gonna fall. Wow. Unfortunate roll there from Eric Kwon. And Eric is gonna concede the game to Euryel. That's gonna make the score 7-4. That was a good shot there. Uh, just ended up hitting it a little bit too hard. Just hard enough for it to scratch. Wow. Unfortunate roll there from Eric. And that's going to keep Euryel alive here. Now Eric Kwon has a 3-game lead. And this game can still be easily turned around, folks. Euryel just needs, I think he just needs a little bit surge of energy here. So far, I'm sure he's not satisfied with the way he's been playing. It's a combination of him being new to the table. He's also not as warmed up yet, you know, and yeah, all those factors can add up. And it's gonna disrupt your game sometimes. But, however, Eric Kwon is still not playing perfect, as you can tell from the last game. So, Euryel should still have plenty of chances to get back at this game. Uh, Either one of the players haven't been playing to their peak potential, in my opinion, at least. So I'm still waiting for that one player to hit a groove, you know? All right, we're going to have a 2-rail kick here from Euryel. And he's going to end up just short. That's going to give Eric Kwon ball in hand here. With a pretty decent layout, I would say. I think the hardest shot might just be going from 6 to 7, but even that, it's not too tough. All right, but it looks like Eric Kwon is going to play a safety here. He's going to take advantage of that cluster by the corner. I think it would have just went for the out there, to be honest. But that's not a bad idea. Definitely a makeable kick here for Euryel, though. He can go 2 rails here. Try and nick that 2 ball in the pocket. And nice shot there from Euryel. And he does get perfect for the 3 ball. Good shot. All right, this shot on just a little bit of left English here, maybe 1 tip or half a tip, and try to control that cue ball to the middle of the table. Just like so. Good shot there from Euryel. A pretty natural shot here. Just needs to put a little bit of inside English. Make sure he gets on the right side of the 5 ball here. Looks like that English is going to cause him to undercut that 4 ball again. Now Eric has another easy layout here. Yeah, shots like those, guys. I usually don't see Uriel miss those. All right, we're getting into that 6 ball that I predicted would be the toughest shot here. Oh, but Eric Kwon is gonna miss the 5 ball before. That's gonna give Uriel another chance here. Let's see if he can capitalize and cut this lead to 2. What a shot there from Uriel. Beautiful shot. All right, and he does get enough angle here to get to go 1 rail for the 7 ball. Oh, he ends up just drawing it straight up and going on the left side of that 9 ball. Wow, ends up pretty perfect. I'm not sure if that was his plan all along, but good shot nonetheless. Now he has a perfect 1 rail position here to get to the 8 ball. He's just barely gonna make it, and all right, now he can draw this cue ball here with a little bit of inside English, just to prevent that cue ball from hitting the 9 here. Oh, wow. Another missed shot there from Muriel. What's going on with him today? That's going to leave Eric with an easy shot at this 8 ball for the side pocket. And, all right, once again, Eric is going to leave himself a little weird here on this 9 ball. And this shot might force him to take a longer shot at the 10 as well. He doesn't want to scratch on any of the side pockets here. If he goes 2 rails, he might end up getting on the wrong side of the 10. Just like that. Yeah, for that one, the safer shot is just go back and forth with no English and settle for the longer shot at the 10. Unless you can really control that cue ball so you don't get on that wrong side of the 10 ball. All right, I think this is still a makeable shot for Eric, but he might not want to risk it. Wow. 2 games in a row where Eric drills the 10 ball, ends up scratching. That's going to give Uriel another game here, folks. That's going to make the score 7-5. Wow. Back-to-back games. Eric gives it away. Looks like Capo kind of called that in the chat. Eric does end up giving a couple of games away. Let's see if that's gonna bring Uriel back to life here. Although he's given some games, he still needs to be able to play to his speed in order to win this match. But Eric is giving him plenty of chances to get back in this game. So let's see if Euryel is gonna catch a stroke here. All right, folks. Rack number 13 is gonna start off with a dry break from Euryel Castillo. Eric has a decent shot at this one ball here with a pretty natural position for the two. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. All right, needs a little bit of angle here to get to the four ball. All right, he's able to create that angle by following the ball a little bit. Now he might have to punch this out 2 rails to get to the four ball. Looks like he's going to go forward with right English. Oh no, he used left actually. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. Similar shot here for this four ball. He's going to miss the four ball, giving Euryel another chance here with an easy layout. It's just this four ball that's tough. All right, Euryel can roll this into the pocket, and he has a perfect angle to get to the six. Looks like he's gonna overhit it though. It's still a pretty natural position, however. He just has a harder shot now. Mhm. I like controlling this cue ball a little bit, just in case you miss. And Euryel is gonna miss that five ball. That's gonna give another chance here for Eric Kwon to finish the game. Well, let's see if anything crazy happens in this rack. All right. I would just roll this ball here. Oh, good shot there from Eric. Now he has a 2-rail position here. And he wants to be on the left side of the 7 ball here. All right, good enough. And from here, he can drag the cue ball upwards a little bit, maybe a couple inches, or he can just stop the ball. All right. Eric does end up dragging the ball. Now he has a 1-rail or 2-rail position here for the 9 ball. All right, good shot there from Eric Kwon. Not the easiest 10 ball, but should be makeable here for Eric. Let's see if he can finish it off. All right, good shot there from Eric Kwon. That's going to extend his lead to 3 games. Score is 8-5 here on this race to 10. Carlos Hernandez, these guys are not pros, as you can tell. Euryel is a 562 Fargo, and Eric Kwon is a 564 Fargo. So in our tournaments, they would still be considered lower bracket players. All right, update on the poll. Looks like the vote shifted here, but just a tad bit. Eric Kwon getting 51% of the votes. Euryel getting 49%. Rack number 14 on the way. He's going to start off with a good break from Eric. Ends up making the 10 ball on the break. And that's going to block the corner pocket here for Eric Kwon. Looks like he's looking to make it on the bottom right corner here. Needs to make sure he doesn't draw it enough that it scratch. It looks like he's changed his mind. He's going to end up playing safe instead behind the 8 ball. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. Euryel's going to try a 2-rail kick here or 1 rail. Let's see how he ends up. Good shot from Euryel. Eric can still see a piece of this 1 ball though. You can easily just use the 3 ball as a stopper and bring the cue ball back around. Just like that. Is he going to find a pocket? Almost. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. But once again, Euryel has you can see a piece of this 1 ball here. And he ends up selling out here on this 1 ball. With the rack. Not a bad layout here. It's definitely open here. Might just be the 2 ball that's the toughest shot here. But Eric Kwon is going to position for the side pocket. Might be perfectly. It might not go actually past that 7 ball. But it looks like he's going for it though. Oh, wow. He's going to miscue, folks. That's going to give Euryel ball in hand here on rack number 14. All right, looks like Euryel is looking to play safe here. Might not be fully confident with his shot right now, so might see a lot of safeties from here to try and get back on this game. Good safety shot there, though, from Euryel. Gets frozen on the 4 ball. All right, Eric Kwon doesn't really have too many options on this kick shot. Might just have to take the L and give Euryel another ball in hand here. I can see maybe a 3-rail kick. You moved the 4 ball anyway. You moved the 4 ball anyway. Hey Stefano, These pockets are 4.25 inch. That was the 3 rail kick attempt, by the way, that I had mentioned earlier from Eric Kwon. Um, but he does end up hitting the 4 ball instead. So Euryel trying to get behind that 10 ball for the 3 foul safe. And he ends up short once more. That's going to give Eric Kwon a combination here at this 2-3. And he's going to hit it really nice. All right. A couple options here for Eric Kwon for this shot. He can put a lot of right hand English and try to get on the right side of the 4 ball. Or he can put a mediocre amount of right hand English to try and hit that 7. All right, looks like he went for the latter there. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. All right, not an easy shot here. He's going to have to drag this cue ball out 1 rail. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. Might have overhit it a little bit, but he still has a shot at the side pocket. Needs to make sure he overhits it a little bit. He wants to try and position for the 6 in the side pocket. Wow, he's going to undercut that by a lot. But look at this roll. Well, looks like Eric Kwon is going to get another roll here. That's going to force Euryel to take a bank shot at this 5 ball. Shot. Nice 2-way shot there from Euryel. Well, but I think. Oh. Looks like Eric was able to make that 5 ball. I didn't think he could see it. But that's going to leave him perfect for this 6. All right, the 9 ball is not in an easy position here. Might need to get a big angle to get to the 9 ball from here. Not a bad shot there from Eric. I think he might have gotten a little more angle than he wanted. Now there's a risk at the side scratch here. Eric bobbles in the 8 ball. Good shot. Now this is the shot of the game here. Let's see if Eric Kwon is going to be able to capitalize and get to the hill first. Wow, hit that nice and smooth. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. That's going to leave him perfect for the 10 ball. That's going to make the score 9-5, folks. Eric Kwon is on the hill first. Euryel still needs 5 games to get back in this game. All right, once again, folks, if you're enjoying the stream so far and the match, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And of course, if you guys would like to support the channel, you guys can always press that money symbol by the live streaming chat and donate some super stickers and super chats for as low as $1. All right, folks. We're on to rack number 15 here. And it starts off with a dry break from Eric Kwon. It looks like nothing is going Euryel's way right now. I'm not quite sure if he was unprepared for the match, but he's definitely not playing like he usually does for sure. All right, Eric Kwon has another perfect opportunity here for three file safeties. He needs to make sure that one ball stays by the clusters. That way he can use the same cluster again. And look at this. Almost leaves a window there. Uh, now Uriel has a pretty easy jump shot here if he does decide to use it. And it looks like he is going to go airborne here. And let's see if Uriel can control this cue ball here as he's jumping into a kick. Interesting choice there. Not sure why he didn't just go for the straight shot at the one ball. That's going to put Euryel Castillo on 2 here, with Eric having a ball in hand here. And once again, he's looking at that 5-ball cluster in the middle of the table. See if he can finish it off with a 3 foul. Looks like he's going to pocket the 1 and go for the 2-ball safe here. Just not a bad choice. I think with this safe, though, Uriel is still going to have plenty of options to kick at this 2-ball. Oh, but it looks like Uriel doesn't even need to kick, as Eric Kwon is going to leave the 2-ball wide open for Uriel to shoot at. All right. Looks like Uriel is going to play the 2-ball here and play safe at the same time. Wow. Yeah. Just in case, just in case. Ah, that was crazy. I wasn't huh? No, he's still on 2. You just have to tell him he's on 2. Yeah, it's still ongoing. You just didn't tell him he's on 2. I didn't. Alright, I don't think Eric Kwon expected to. I don't think Eric Kwon expected Uriel to scratch on that. So he failed to mention that Uriel is on 2. So now he's going to play another safe here. Try and finish the rack. And I think he might have left the window here for a 2-rail kick. From this angle, he might need to put a little bit of draw here to shorten the angle, just so the cue ball doesn't go short of the 2-ball here. Oh, what a hit there from Euryel. Saves the set. One more shot. All right, another safe attempt there from Eric Kwon. And he's going to leave an open shot here for Euryel. Everything seems to be going wrong here for Euryel in this match. He's going to end up behind the 4 ball here. He's going to be forced to kick. But good shot there from Euryel. See what Eric Kwon is going to do from here. I don't think he can go 1 rail into the 3 ball here. Past the 4 ball, I mean. He can go 1 rail on the opposite side, though. It's a very delicate shot. Let's see if see how Eric Kwon hits this. Oh wow! Still hits the 3 ball. Doesn't make it though. Still a fortunate leave though for Eric. All right, good safety shot there from Euryel, leaving Eric Kwon a tough shot at this 3 ball. Should bump the 10 after hitting this 3. Good shot there from Eric Kwon. All right, from here, might need to put a little bit of inside English here to get on the right side of the 5 ball. Good shot there from Eric. From here, I'm not quite sure if the 6 ball passes that 7. So let's see how Eric Kwon positions for this ball. It looks like it goes as he is looking at it. Wow. He was able to cheat that pocket a little bit. And that's it's not an easy shot in this table. All right, Eric Kwon has an opportunity to close his game out here with 3 balls left on the table. Let's see if he can finish it off. All right, looks like he's going to go 2 rails forward here. All right, folks. Last ball here on this set. Let's see if Eric Kwon is going to finish it off here. And he is. That's going to make the final score 10-5 here, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed that match. All right, folks. That'll be all for tonight. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the Q Bar Thursday weekly tournament at Q Bar. And on Friday, we're going to have another action match here at Karam with Jose Torres going up against the Lucky James Cornejo. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the match. MVP Tour channel signing off. Peace.